That green monster is not bad, not bad. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I'm actually pretty impressed with this new bullet that I started testing from Hornady. And we've got the Hornady brass. I was given a couple of boxes of these, and they were once fired. They're fired in another rifle. I sized them. I did a test batch of about 10 rounds, and I ended up landing on 2760 feet per second, being about the same as what I was shooting my Berger OTM 300s with, and I decided to go with those. Now that's right sort of in the middle of where Hornady recommends for these bullets that I'm going to talk about, and it's still got some oomph to it. So I found these bullets. I found them for I think they were on clearance or something like that at Idaho Falls Gun Shop, my local shop where I live. And I decided, what the heck? Okay, these are like 50% or no, 35% cheaper than I'm usually paying for the Bergers. And I wanted something that I could do some plinking with and not be so stressed about how much it costs to shoot. Now, I can't say for the longevity of the brass yet. But I can say for the performance of these bullets that they way outdid my expectations. They were really good, even out past a mile with my son and I shooting the other day. And we were hitting a target that was about 6 inches high and about 2 feet wide. It's fallen over. It's been shot to pieces, whether by me or somebody else. It's just torn to bits. I didn't realize the .338 round was just like tearing through the thing. That's over a month. And I think somebody else walked out there and shot it a bunch more times too. So it makes a decent little target anyway. And my dog is walking around in the water. With all the negative things that I've had in the last couple of videos here, to actually say something positive about something that was less expensive than other products I've used, but seems to be performing just as well. And I want to actually go in and explain why I want to explain why Hornady went to a slightly shorter round, a slightly smaller round than the 285. What they were actually trying to do, I believe, and this is speculation based on my knowledge, is they were trying to find a more happy medium between the 250s and the 300s, because there's quite a gap there. The 300s sacrifice a fair bit of velocity. The 250s sacrifice a lot of BC. And I think Hornady was really going for a happy median between the two of them. And the reason they did that is trying to, eke out every little bit of form factor that they could from this round. And what I mean by that is your power to weight ratio, how fast you can send that bullet versus how much that bullet weighs. Because if you could, you'd shove as big a bullet, as long a bullet into that case as you possibly could. But you can't. You can't, because there's not enough powder volume, and basically that bullet would just go plunk. You just don't have enough horsepower there to get it going, to get that twist, and get that thing stabilized. So that is the limitation of every cartridge out there, and it will be until we develop some kind of new projectile that can self-stabilize. It's going to be sort of the conundrum that you're going to come up against when you're loading for any cartridge. But, that aside, I think it's fair to say that Hornady did a good job with these 285s, these Botel hollow points. These are not the ELDMs. I have not tried those yet. Those are an improved BC even over these guys. These bullets are more of a old school Lapua kind of design, and they're quite well made from the looks of it. I did not even want to look at weight sorting these things because I knew that would be bad. Every Hornady bullet that I've ever used is bad for weight sorting. That is sort of your last thing that you want to look at when you're reloading anyway, so it's not something I would sweat, and it's not something that you're going to see a difference with anywhere, out less than a mile, I would say. So that said, yeah, I could say that I would use these again. I'll buy more of these. I'll shoot more of these. I'll shoot this Hornady brass until it's toast. It seems really consistent. and I've shot a lot of Hornady brass in the past before too. One thing worth noting is I don't believe Hornady actually manufactures their brass. It's made, I believe, out of house by one of the other manufacturers, and I think that it shifts around here and there, just like all of the other companies. So there's a little secret for the gun industry that you might not have known. Brass manufacturers or ammo reloaders and stuff like that, they source their brass from different manufacturers all around, trying to get that that more consistent brass, but then not breaking the bank and not sacrificing their profit margin too much. So you might think that you're buying Hornady, but you could be, say, buying Alpha Munitions or something like that. It's not necessarily that every company that makes ammo actually makes all the components themselves. A lot of it is sourced, like I said. So once again, the Ruger Precision Rifle has performed just as well as I managed to make it perform today. It is a fun rifle. The only thing I've swapped out on it is the Terminator TF, and I added a Magpul aluminum rail on it so that I could do some ultra long range shooting at one of these days with the Charlie Tarek. So still have not got back out to shoot with that thing with this long winter. We're right back into sort of heavy, thick, miragey air around here, and it's like pea soup. And my son and I did get out, and we did want to actually do an ultra long range video for you guys with this and test this ammo, but there's just no way. You can't see anything. You can't see impact. You can barely see him walking around trying to set up a target for me the other day. So that's it for the 338 for a bit. I might bring out my 7 SAUM and talk to you about that guy. That is a fantastic rifle. First round hits at a mile are a common thing with that. And you guys let me know if you want to hear more about it. It is kind of an older, possibly sort of outdated, unpopular cartridge. But it is very similar to like the 6.5 PRC. And I believe the 6.5 PRC basically sort of copied that Ultra Mag design, and I can see why they did. And if I was to, say, buy another Ruger Precision rifle, I would probably buy it in the 6.5 PRC at this point, especially as Bergers just introduced the new 153 hybrid target bullet, I think, 6.5. I think that's what it is. Anyway, if I ever get a 6.5 PRC, then I'll do a review on that. If there's other guys out there that have got channels that are reviewing these, I would love to see you guys do a review on that if you've got a 6.5 PRC. And for all you customers who are just patiently waiting for your breaks and stuff, I feel your pain. I'm waiting on some products, warranty replacement stuff. Right now, it is horrible right now. I am doing all I can to get product in, and we have stopped taking sales through the website. If you look, pretty much everything says sold out because we cannot take any more back orders. Very frustrating situation. This lockdown is BS. They say, oh yeah, you gotta be locked down, but you can go out if you've got a reason for it. Well, either you are or you aren't. Oh, you can go to the grocery store. You can wear a mask if you want or if you don't. Can order food from a restaurant that is not following the universal safety precautions, but you can't go for a walk in the park or go camping. You can't go to the forest, but you can go to the grocery store. None of it makes sense. The whole thing is dying off. The whole thing has been here since last fall. Everybody needs to chill the frick out, and we need to get back to enjoying life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That goes for Canada too, and Europe, and everybody. And I will say, I want to share this one little bit of good news. Former French Foreign Legion friend of mine, he was saying that their numbers out there are dropping drastically, just like ours have. In fact, go and research death rates per day in the USA versus what's going on right now, and you will see that the coronavirus is nothing like what our normal daily fatality rate is, just from other things like the flu, cancer, heart disease, and so on, drinking energy drinks. I wonder if anybody's ever studied that. This one's a pretty good one, actually. It's not bad. So, cheers, guys. See you in the next video.